to Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.
Here we are again, so happy to be together for week 2 of Friday Night Lights. Hopefully everybody's staying safe out there. That harvest moon hanging above it all with our Fox 12 camera crews below. Kick off our week 2 with our big game crew. Fox 12's Craig Burnback and his photog, Devin Eskew in the home of the Pacers. Craig at Lakeridge, always nice to get an early gauge in this season. Number 3 Jesuit, number 5 Lakeridge. Me for the first time since the 2013 postseason.
Yeah, it's been a long time since these two matched up, and the Lakeridge crowd, well, they were pumped and hoping for a signature victory, but Jesuit's offensive line is so good that they have a nickname. Yeah, the team calls them the franchise, and tonight, Nick, the franchise was good. The first quarter went just fine for Lakeridge, as Ryan Oliver would find Baylor Corbin, who would find the end zone, and Lakeridge trailed 7-6 after one. Second quarter, Jesuit's running game gets cooking, as Lonnie Burt's got a simple name but mad game. He's in from the 3, and the Crusaders are up 8. Peyton Roth eats up yards like candy. He goes over 200 yards tonight. Here he's going to get almost gone, all the way down to the 1. Burt going to do the rest, and it was 21-6, Jesuit at the half. Second half now, the Crusaders line continues to dominate. First up, it's Connie Spear. He slips in from short distance. Then it's Burt finishing off the trifecta. His 3rd touchdown of the game ices it. Crusaders cruise. 35-6 your final. 3 touchdowns. How's that feel?
You know, it feels good, but Peyton was the one getting me down there, Peyton Roth. He was getting monster carries, and then the franchise just finished it.
The franchise is such a great nickname for the offensive line, and I got to say, if Jesuit continues to dominate the line of scrimmage like they did tonight, Nick, they are no doubt a state championship contender. Live from Lakeridge High School, Craig Burnback, Friday Night Lights.
Craig is our franchise. West Salem in the new look black coal. The Lakers from Lake Oswego anchored up to go down I-5. Max Bronner coming to shore here with Colin Best. Aye, Captain. 35 yards to the LO touchdown. Boy, a whole lot of defense on this night from Steve Corey and Sean Stanley's men. 14-0 in the final. The Titans will remain home now with North Medford. LO awaits Mountainside. 6A non-league in the capital city. Traveling Beavers from Beaverton and the home of the Olympians at Sprague High. The Olies can roll on special teams. Preston Simons, the block, the punt. That's a rarity in high school ball. Jailbreak there. And from there, Sprague to the air. Ethan Paul Mater. Drew Rodriguez is there. How about that catch for the week, huh? 35-yard connection. Early lead for the Olympians. The Beavers can play that way, too. 4th down, they go hunting. Hunter Border can't contain the kid, nor this one. Emmett Simpson. Ay caramba. 7-all. That ball kept flying around the yard. Will Hassoun on command. D-Rod. Rodriguez hauls in another one. 21-yard score. Sprague a 56-14 winner. The Olies now flow down to Sheldon of Eugene. Beaverton back at the dam with Canby on Thursday. And we always love it when new members join the Fox 12 team. Io Elise woke up early for an impromptu pep rally with the Sherwood Bowmen.
Sherwood High School getting ready for their 2nd game of the season. It's an away game with Clackamas. Now they're going into this game having won their first, so we're going to be rooting from the sidelines. Sherwood, let's go! Let's go!
Up in the mix. 8th-rated Sherwood against Clackamas. This game moved to Nelson High in Happy Valley. The Cavaliers dropped a tough one on the road in week 1 at Westview. Clack Attack, though, were up 26-7 at half. 3rd quarter, Bowman in the red zone. The pass Happy until it wasn't. Stripped at the 1-yard line by Keontae Johnson-Gibson. That's the start of this play. The loose ball picked up by Caden Bartness. Kid's got 0 problems. 99 yards in front of him. Stay behind the painted line, newspaper man. Come on, man. Swing your sword, Caden. Cavaliers up large. Hate that stuff. Kevin Ludd hates that stuff. The Bowman, valiant in every effort, though. Fourth quarter, Casey Covert, boy, outs that line in the water and hooks up a big one. Oliver Fisher reels in that score. Sherwood kept coming along. Covert to another dude he likes to throw to. Little junior to junior action. Alex Kelton here. The Cavs, though, do win and now enter Mount Hood Conference play at David Douglas. Sherwood will go down to Lakeridge. Another good non-league 6A mashup came from Sam Barlow High, John Mannion's Mountainside Mavericks, Tracy Jackson's Bruins. Opening quarter, Barlow on 4th and goal from the 4. We got a Hunter McDonald name call. They grow them like that in the McDonald family. No small fries. Mountainside, though, soon equaled it up. Jared Lang take that feed, and kid's going to eat. 10-yard score, raised within margin tonight. Mavs pony up and head back to Shoals Ferry, a 21-20 victory. The East County rivalry now, Barlow-Gresham next week. Mountainside gets that test next at LO. And cat scratch fever for Randall Stadium. Wildcats, Westview, Wilsonville, 6A, 5A, ring the bell. Both kiddies came off victories. Second quarter, Nolan Keeney, like he belongs. Same with Jaden McBreen. McLovin' it. Boy, hard to gather, hard to chase. Touchdown for the kids from Rock Creek. Westview out in front 12-7. Wilsonville now on offense on the 22, but not for long. The lefty, boy, Ryan Atkinson loves this kind of stuff. Jonathan Collier, the pick and the playmaker, so to get it all the way down to the 1-yard line. From there, Nolan would break on through to the other side. Westview stacks on another one, 18-7. Wilsonville all about slinging it, of course, but again, boy, McGreen just hanging back at the coach to tell him to do. Another interception in the front of the end zone. But then a turnover on downs. The home team Wildcats would pull one back. Kalen Guthridge, Cooper Hyde. That's high in the sky. TD all day. And check out this final score. Wilsonville, the little 5A team, knocks out the big 6A team, 49-39. This is by Jordan Fisher for Westview, ran for 351 yards. Next time out, Westview travels to Summit and Bend. That's a big one. Wilsonville hosts 12th, another big one. Boy, their non-league scheduling is stiff. And no upset in Eugene. The Central Catholic Rams on a West Coast run. The two-time defending state champs from Oregon ran into one of the best teams in the nation, St. John Bosco from California. Braves 49-0 skunking. CCHS now opens up conference play with Sandy. And back to the future night in Scappoose. Gone is the tall grass, in with a new rug. What kind of damage could Derek Anderson and company have done back on the turf in the day? DA has number 14 retired by the tribe. The Moose from Scappoose started hoops and pigskin. The Oregon State Beaver, great 13-year NFL vet, Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. Led the Indians to the first of those 3 state titles in a row in the 3A level. At the turn of the century, head coach Sean McNabb was there then and now. Best wishes to the retirement one, the 39-year-old father of 3. Married man for sure. Back in 4A this season, McNabb's boys had a massive test at Estacada, though. The home team struck first. That new carpet's quick. D'Angelo Macedo Becker. Big gain, crowd at the 1. Soon after, Scappoose found the end zone and the lead. The senior DMB touching down for the home team. On the flip side, though, Estacada's senior quarterback can boot and can scoot too. Boogies on in and a rather free level of living to level the score. Then Scappoose gets robbed. Peyton Matney on defense. Follow the quarterback's eyes and make that pick. Rangers back in business along Highway 30. From there, boy, the man-child named Diesel, Waylon Rydell, a load, powers a pack into the paint. Estacada, damper on the party, 48-19. Next up, the Poose remains home with the Dowls, while the Rangers' new turf will welcome in LeGrand. Home opener for the Camas Papermakers. Looking to shake that funk of week 1 at Yelm. Glacier Peak in from Snohomish at Doc Harris Stadium. Camas trailed 7-0 early. That Papermaker defense, though, making mulch on GP's second series. Elliott Scott beating him up, forced the punt. From there, we're here, and here is Taylor Yanni locating the crosser. Trenton Swanson at midfield, cutting to the outside and get all the way gone. 75-yard house call at the dock. We're tied. Second quarter, better run. Chunky dunk yardage, my favorite kind. Reed Pettit, hang up the bedroom wall. 29-yard muncher to break a tackle and move the chains to the 23. Same possession, facing 4th down and 14. Yanni, Swanson, Swan Song towards halftime. Teardrop in the bucket. 14 all on the 27-yard score. Camas took a second-half lead, but fell in the end, 34-28 to the Grizzlies. The Makers now head to Tacoma next Saturday against Lincoln. Friday Night Lights in Vancouver, the second of 4 straight weeks at home for Union. The Titans, that's life in McKenzie Stadium. Yelm in town for the big-time battle, and they are a big-time squad. Union will have better days. Halftime tally, 46-0, 46-6 in the end. The Titans now play away at McKenzie next Friday with Mountain View. We will be there. We were also there earlier in the day. A marquee non-leaguer in the Greater St. Helens League. Ridgefield, Mountain View were both thirsty after tough results in week 1. First quarter, MVHS got a little pass play here. Mitch Johnson, the quarterback from his own 23, looking good in the greens, finds the receiver J.J. Thompson wide open in the flat, worked that side for a 77-yard thunder strike. Mountain View up 7-0. Later in that opening quarter, sputters on the dig. On the 5-yard line, you plow on in. Logan DeBeaumont unfurls to Isaiah Cowley. We're tied at 7. Second quarter, Thunder on the march downfield. Porter Drake can stir up the goods from the bottom of the cup. Zig, you zag, you near towards the sidelines. Knocked out of bounds right in front of our own Paul Strunk. Love that kid. 25-yard gain. He's older than me. He's not a kid. Later in the series, Johnson calls his own number, a 2-yard keep, disappearing to the pile, 14-7. Final minute of the half. DeBeaumont and Cowley connect again. A 50-cent piece on a Friday payday. Straight to that bank. This one went to triple overtime. Pay the man. 26-20 Mountain View. The Herd now hosts Union for a rivalry nightcap next week. Ridgefield returns home with Hawkinson. And not only do we have a blast on Friday nights, but Thursday at 10:30 doesn't mess either. Relive those highlights and finishes from Thursday Night Lights just over here on the Fox 12 YouTube channel or KPTV.com. Catch the Thursday Night Lights. Our crews made stops at that game of the week, Sheldon, West Lynn, victorious home opener for Canby, gorgeous night for Liberty and Jefferson, a big play evening for Franklin at Aloha, and a barn burner, Century and Wells. We will count down the best of the best from what our cameras caught last night and tonight during Sunday's 10 o'clock news with the 6 picks plays of the week. And where might this one land? Big props to a proud papa, Andre Miller of Gresham, going over the back to Holland, a 25-yard score from Jackson Doving. You love to see it. We love to receive it. The Gophers go on to defeat McDaniel tonight, 54-0. Still to come, we put the spotlight on football. History was made at Grant High, and for all times in Northeast, the Grant Generals out to defend their title. Plus more from our 2 live crews, so waiting to hear from Paulina in Dallas, Craig at the big game in Lakeridge, and again, home of the Dragons coming up. Plus, boy, happen to capture any highlights from a game like our man Andre did. We'd love to see him and show him on the show. Take a shot of that QR code on the screen for an easy upload. Week 2 back right after this.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.
Well, it was last fall when the Grant Generals and Beavers played a classic overtime final for the girls' 6A state championship. Recently was invited out to Grant Bowl, the home of the reigning champs, the Generals.
High School Spotlight, sponsored by Subaru. Subaru loves learning.
State champs always and forever.
It's amazing to know that our name is on the top of the list. Our whole school knows it, the whole state knows it. Everyone's out for us now.
The returning OSAA 6A title holders from Northeast Portland are back to retain their reign in the Grant Bowl after capturing the first girls' state soccer championship in school history.
One time wasn't enough. We're gonna try to do it again.
Just like 6th grade, when this gang of gals grouped up for the state cup.
It was like, yay, we're winning. But I definitely there was much more pride in winning it last year than there was at that point in my life.
Well, let's go, ladies. At this point in their lives, the Generals are rated number 20 in the country.
Being a Grant General, yes, seems like we're just representing the neighborhood and Northeast Portland.
The Generals' marching orders are delivered by a triple threat of senior captains from a 12-member senior class.
Oh yeah, Katie, Michaela, we grew up going to the same schools, played for the same team, NEU. Northeast United.
From kids to college, senior midfielder Olivia Lakrofka is committed to play Division I ball at San Francisco.
I mean, my name's in the books, Lakrofka, everyone knows. My grandpa, my grandma, my brother, my dad, my mom. My grandpa taught here, retired a few years ago. It's pretty cool. Senior
goaltender Michaela McCollum will soon call Spokane home with the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
We can kind of all have our different parts of the field that we can help like maintain organization and leadership.
Leaders like senior midfielder KT Rosinger have also left their marks in the classroom, recording the highest team GPA for girls or boys in the state.
We actually have something to defend now, and we have people that are kind of knocking at our door and want a piece. So I'm definitely proud and excited to defend that title.
Off they go. We were invited out there. We'd love to have you invite us out to where you are. Fill us in on your kid who deserves some time in the spotlight. And while you think about it, let's listen to our Band of the Week from last week, the Estacada Rangers.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.
We are the Wilsonville cheerleaders, and you're watching Fox 12 Friday Night Lights. Wow!
Well, Fox 12's Paulina Aguilar makes her Friday Night Lights debut in the House of the Dragons, a 5A Mid-Willamette Conference clash. Dallas, McKay, Paulina, how did it look in the Mid-Valley?
You know, it was a little bit of a nail biter. As you can see, everyone has gone home, but it was filled with fans and cheer and support. Now, you can call the Dragons the comeback kids. Both of these teams came into tonight wanting their first win of the season. They didn't have a good start to it, but with some home field advantage and a little bit of grit, it was the Dragons who took home the W. The Royal Scots making the road trip to slay the Dragons. Second quarter, Dragons up 7-0. Owen Hess to Dalton Baker, and he takes it into the crowd and into the end zone for a 14-0 lead. For the Scots, they answer back. Kieran Fui Maono fires it to Justice Anthony with a phenomenal catch, and they finally get on the board 14-7. Now the Scots take the lead in the second half, 21-14, and it ain't looking too good for the Dragons. To the fourth, Hess with the toss to Baker again, and he will run it up the middle, and now it's a 1-point game, and now they decide to go for two. Hess will take it himself for a 1-point lead, and they wrap it up with that 2-point conversion. 33-21 is your final.
You know, what the whole game we've just been thinking, just take it one play at a time, you know, chop them down like chopping a tree, and we just, you know, we were going out there just doing what we were supposed to do, our job, and it succeeded.
A great win here at home. They hope to take that energy and take it with them on the road as they face off Lebanon next week. But, Nick, that'll do it for me here in Dallas for Fox 12 Oregon.
Well, our Craig Burnback was at the big game for the top 5 matchup with Lakeridge High and Jesuit in our Cheer of the Night.
All right, Nick, we are back here at Lakeridge High School. It's time when we get loud and proud. It's time for the cheer of the night. We're going to change it up a little bit. Go with the visiting cheerleading squad in Jesuit. Who do I have here?
I'm Trinity White.
All right, Trinity, when you're the away team, what's the difference for you as cheerleaders?
I think the space, the environment is definitely a little bit different. We are a little bit more squished, but we have a really great fan section, and they always show up and show out at Jesuit, so it's always great.
What makes the Crusaders cheer team the best cheer team?
I think Jesuit in general, all the teams just have a certain aspect of community that I've never really seen at any other school or program ever in my life.
Enough talk, it's time for the cheer. Tristy, take it away.
This is Jesuit Cheer, and it's time for the cheer of the night. Let's go Cedars! 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go Cedars! Let's go Cedars! Let's go Cedars!
Well, by the power of TV, Paulina Aguilar entered the Dragons' lair of Dallas. You just saw her live. This is on tape. She went to the danger zone.
Now, you might be wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses at an evening football game. And no, it's not to look cool. It's because it's Top Gun night. Top Gun, that is tonight's theme at Dallas High. And everyone came and stepped out in their best. Some even made their own.
So I made this in my free time, and the propeller spins, and it's an airplane, and it has my boyfriend's number on the back of it.
These are my grandpa's glasses. He was in the Air Force, so that's pretty cool. This I bought on Amazon.
But if you don't have school spirit, you pay the consequences.
If you don't dress up, you're boring and you're not allowed back. You get kicked out. We have a whiteboard and everything.
The Dragon Cheer team came up with the theme after watching the movie.
Movie about determination, perseverance, and that's exactly what we have here at Dallas Athletics.
I feel like we all came hard and we're all ready to cheer loud and hopefully have a victory today.
That they did, and that'll do for week 2. You ever miss a show, have no fear. The Fox 12 YouTube channel is here. Like, subscribe, live a better life. We'll see you next time for week 3 of Friday Night Lights.
Thanks for watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.